Good morning. Good morning, everybody, as you guys come on in. Good morning. All right, good morning, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Wake Up to Makeup. Today, we are going to be doing a Poison Ivy inspired look. Thank you, I appreciate that. So, what this look is, it's just fun. It's something that, if you're going out or maybe even for Halloween, you could do this type of look. But I wanted to show you guys how to do something a little fun today. Before we get started, if you guys could share with your friends on all social media. How you do that is you tap the guy at the bottom and share with your followers here on Periscope. Hello. Your followers here on Periscope and also on all your social media. Also, if you could tap the screen, what that does is it gives me hearts and helps me become a featured artist here on Periscope. So it would be greatly appreciated. Do one red eye. No, I'm gonna keep them the same today. What that does, it helps me become a feature artist here on Periscope. So we reached our goal of 75. So we should set a new goal of not sure yet. But anyways, let us get started. So what I've already done on this eye, I've done this side of my face minus my contour. So my concealer's on, my foundation's on, all of this is on this side, just to save us some time. The palette that I'm working out of is Lime Crime. All the palettes out of eyeshadow wise is out of Lime Crime. So this is China Doll palette, and this one is Venus. So, and I've also already put on my eyebrows, filled them in. So first step, we are going to work with our eyeshadow. We're going to be using a primer. Primer we're using is NYX Nude, this one, and a very light layer of this, using our flat stiff brush. So we're evenly spreading it out. And we want a really thin layer. We don't want our primer to consume this bright color or change our black to gray. So our primer is on. We can put that away. Next step is we are going to use this color right here. And it's called Jade Olayed, and we're using this one, and we're using a fluffy flat brush. So this is a fluffy flat brush, and we're going to make sure we have a decent amount of product on there, and lightly tap to get the most pigmentation just in the center. And what you're going to do is you're going to keep building and keep building. And make sure you stop just below your brow bone. No, I wouldn't, because your pores open. It's like an open scar if you do. Okay, Nicole. So in the center, don't worry if you go a little bit out of the center. It's totally okay, because what will happen what will happen is when you blend the black in there, the black will get it centered again. But the reason why you keep patting on in the same spot is because I want to get a very good amount of vibrancy. I want the pigmentation to be bright. And it's best to use a brush. If you use your finger, sometimes your finger will absorb some of it, or maybe you have moisture on your finger, so you won't get the right amount of pigmentation. So putting on your eyeshadow should be done with a brush. Next is a smaller, flat, fluffy brush, and this is what we're going to be using. This is called Lotus Noir. So this look does take a little bit more time, but it's really fun. When you're putting on the black, it's okay if you get a little bit on the green because you want to make sure they're blended. There's no line between the two colors. And then I'm going to switch back to the brush I used for the green and just kind of bring over the green area a little bit more. I'm trying to get it as centered as possible. Okay, so before we move on, we're gonna do our bottom underneath our eye here. So we do need our primer, and we're just gonna do a light layer right underneath. And we'll repeat the same steps, but this time make sure you're working at the tip of your brush because we don't want a ton of eyeshadow underneath there. So we're working at the tip of our brush. Do you always do one eye at a time? It's just for tutorials to save time. I usually do it all together, but for here I do one eye at a time. This brush, same brush we were using before, working on the tips only. The tip of the brush. Right, we're done with that part of the eyeshadow. The next is this one right here. We're working at the Lime Crime Venus palette. This is going to be my transition color, so this is going on the brown bone so that it's not a harsh stop to this look. So we're going to use a small blending brush. No, that's not my small one. Where is it? Okay, we're going to be using a small blending brush, working on the tip of the blending brush, tapping the color, which is called Icon, and doing the windshield wiper motion to blend out. And just going back and forth. Then I'm switching to a large brush with no product on it. There's no product on this brush. I'm blending out even more. So now that that is all done, it is time to move on to our concealer, our foundation and concealer. And then we'll come back to our eyeliner. So we are going to be using Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Ooh, that's too much. Yeah, I'm just making sure we get everything one layer. I went back to my Mary Kay Bronze 607 foundation. It's medium coverage. I'm going to apply it with the sponge today. And what I've been getting questions from you guys, which I appreciate. I love getting questions emailed to me. One question I'm going to answer at the end, but I'll also email you back about what to bring in your kit when you're traveling. So I do want to share with you guys what you could bring in your kit. So I'll be doing that right after this cast. All right, so the next part is our concealer. But we're going to do something a little bit different with our concealer so that we can get our wing liner on this side to be nice and perfect without using tape. So what I'm using for concealer is, what is this? LA Pro Girl in the color Toffee, which is what I use most of the time. And I'm applying my concealer just underneath the eyeshadow and bringing it on down. Then when it comes to this area, I'm actually going to extend it out and draw a straight line, which we will blend later. Reason being is this is going to be our mark for where our wing liner is going to be. So this solid line is going to guide us for our wing liner. Let's go ahead and blend that in so it doesn't dry. But we're not going to blend this out because we want that line to stay there. And let's set just that part and we'll move on to our wing liner. Okay, so I am using this, what is it called? Black liquid liner. This is by Kiss. It was like, I want to say $2.99. I tend to really love the inexpensive liquid liners because they have like this pointed, stiff brush. It was a sponge. So starting in the center, I'm going to move in a little closer. We are drawing our wing liner. Yeah, liquid liner is one of my fave. Okay, needed to come up a little bit more. Thank you. So our concealer is helping us with our wing liner. Oh, yes, I really like this liquid liner. It is inexpensive and it works great. So when we're drawing this black one, since we're going to do two different liners, you want to make sure that your black line is not very thick. So there goes the black eyeliner using liquid. And next is this fun color. This is by MAC and it's called Aqualine. So this part is the tricky part because you don't want to have a super thick line and you have to keep your hand steady. The only issue I have with this look and this brush that comes with this is that this brush moves around a lot. So you have to make sure you have a really light hand when applying this. And it does kind of move around a little bit. So we're still starting from the center and we'll do light strokes just on top of the black. So the reason why we do light strokes is because light strokes helps you get a straight line and it helps you stay steady, opposed to you trying to draw it all in one try. I am not going to put the green, the bright green on the lower lash line, but I am going to put black there. And when I did the black, when I did the Aqualine liner, I didn't go all the way as far as the black. Now we can put on our lashes, and then if you feel like your green is too thick, then you can add more of your black liner. So let's do lashes. And I'm using my favorite, which is Duo in dark tone, which I hear is at Walmart. Really, you can pick it up anywhere. Thin layer. Hold on, this is like almost gone. Alright, so what I'm trying to do is get this out, but as you guys can see, I'm almost out of it. So it's not giving me very much adhesive. Okay. And while we're waiting for that to dry, we're going to just do a regular black pencil liner underneath your eyes. Aww. Well, thank you for tuning in now. Alright, let's apply these lashes. I like to apply mine with tweezers, and sometimes I use my finger. It's totally your preference, but always in an upward motion or upward angle. It's easier to get to your lash line. Perfect. Oh. It's okay, you can catch the replay. Also, the replay is only for 24 hours here on Periscope, but do you apply mascara to your natural eyelashes before you apply lashes? I do not, but you can, especially if your eyelashes are curly. If you have really curly lashes, then yes, you can apply mascara. Make sure you dry, so apply mascara, then do the other side and then put your lash on. So yes, you can. And then if you're having trouble getting your lashes to blend into your falsies, you can add mascara again. Alright, I'm gonna just make sure that my lines are straight, and I think I wiped off some of the green, so let's fix that. Alright, after we do this, it is going to be time to set our foundation, because we've only set our concealer, and do our contour. Alright, setting our foundation with the usual Sasha setting powder in Buttercup, using a big fluffy brush. And make sure you get your entire face minus where you may have highlighted. I just realized I forgot to highlight my nose, so let's go back and do that. So we're highlighting the bridge of our nose. Is there any way to uncurl my lashes before putting on falsies? Yes, there is. There's like this adhesive. It's not an adhesive. It's like a clear gel for eyelashes. And sometimes you can use that and that will help. But if you have super, super curly lashes, you may have to put a couple layers of mascara or the clear mascara on first. Highlight the brows. So, one question that I got, I am located in LA, well, San Fernando Valley, California. In Reseda. Okay, let's blend. So the question that was asked, emailed to me, that I wanted to share with everyone in case anyone else had this question, it was emailed: what do you bring when you are traveling in your makeup kit? Because a lot of times you don't want to bring your entire kit, right? So what I normally bring if I am not bringing my entire kit is my no makeup look. I did order the setting powder online. It's I want to say sashacosmetics.com. So a lot of times I'll bring what I'll use for my no makeup look in things to make it look, I'll add to that. So for instance, I'll definitely bring my foundation, my concealer, all my setting powders, and no eyeshadow, and make sure I have a liquid liner And I'll make sure I'll have like a bright lip, a colored lip, something that kind of makes the no makeup look pop more. And of course my highlighters. Then if I'm going somewhere that I know is going to be fancy, and gonna want a heavier look, then I'll bring one palette. And the one palette that I bring is the 252 color palette from Coastal Scents, because it has all my neutrals, it has my mattes, it has my shimmers, because it comes in 3 tiers. So that condenses my kit instead of me bringing everything. So if you are traveling, that is the way to go. Break down your kit. Only start with your no makeup look and add to it. I always make sure I have a colorful lip and a neutral lip. So that was the answer to that question that was emailed to me. And then I will also email back. I appreciate you guys asking me questions and showing me what you guys have been doing. All right, let's do the contour. The contour is using my City Color Effects, so this is still the broken one. I'm waiting for my new one to come in the mail, so I'm not going to really hold it up so my stuff doesn't break. Man. Okay. I'm spilling the broken one. So we're going around the forehead, underneath the chin here. Thank you. This is the bronze color. That's the one that broke, so I'm not going to hold it up, but it's the bronze in the color contour packet, City Color contour packet. And we'll just do a light contour by the nose. And now it's time for our blush as I pick up the pieces to my palette. I'm like hanging on for dear life for this palette. Okay. Blush, I'm going to be using my favorite, Fever by MAC. I'm going to use this flat brush, also from Coastal Scents. Pat it on with a slight smile so you know where the apples of your cheeks are. And keep adding until you get the desired pigmentation. Don't want to start off too thick. Then what I'm doing here is blending it in with no added on product. And sometimes I like to switch to a fluffier brush so it's easier to blend any harsh lines. So after we've done all of that, the next step is our highlighter, which is my usual Gold Deposit by MAC, using my fan brush. These are steps that really don't change for me. That's my regular. And your highlighter goes just above your blush. Not really high, so it's into your so it's not into your eyeshadow, but just above. Thank you. And this time I'm only going to add the highlight on the tip of my nose. And when you're adding highlighter, it's really supposed to be subtle. So please make sure that you just do a little bit. I'm just going to add a little bit more blush. Just a little bit. See, the purpose of highlighter is supposed to just, when the light hits you, give you a light shimmer. So you don't want to put too much on, because what will happen is it's just too much glimmer, too much shine. Our very, very last step is going to be spraying Mist and Fix by Makeup Forever, and that's just going to set everything, set my foundation, eyeshadow, all of that. So that's your final step. A good dupe for this one is the NYX You'll glow in the dark. Exactly. This is a good dupe for this, for the Makeup Forever. And make sure when you spray this, you're at a good distance. A lot of times if you do it too close, it's too much spray. So at a good distance, because you just want the mist of it. And you are good to go. For the lips, I left it in my purse. The lips, I'm just going to be doing a nude lip using my chestnut liner and Creme de la Creme by MAC. I'll show you guys the final look on Instagram and on Facebook. If you guys are not my friends on Instagram and Facebook, please make sure to follow me and do that, because I post different looks, I post different things. Tomorrow we are going to be doing a cut crease eyeshadow technique. So I'm going to show you guys how to do a soft. Yes, whenever you're doing a bold eye, my suggestion is to do a soft lip. So that's why I'm sticking to a neutral pink tone on my lip. Just so that your eyes and your lips aren't competing with each other. You want to, you know, do either one or the other when it comes to it being bold. Tomorrow we're doing a cut crease. It's going to be a soft cut crease, and I'll explain what that means tomorrow. But I want to show you guys that technique. It'll be quick because I have to go to work. But it's grayed out. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know what that means, why I would do that. So tomorrow is the cut crease, and okay. I might have too many friends, really? I didn't know it does that. Okay, well, we'll figure that out. I'll take a look at that today. So, but you can still follow me on Instagram, and I post all the, all my final looks of the day there. Cut crease tomorrow. We're here Monday through Friday, 7 to 7:30 a.m. And let's see. Am I forgetting to tell you guys something? Yes. Make sure that you guys email me if you have to. Wow, that would be crazy if I have to do that. Make sure you guys email me any questions or topics that you may have. I've had a few questions. I had a few topics. I had a few people tag me. So shout out to Chloe for tagging me. You look amazing. Love to see your makeup looks. So thank you so much, you guys. That is crazy. I didn't know Facebook did that. So I'll find out how to make that better. So thank you so much, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, 7 a.m. Question and topics to DeandraGiselle@gmail.com. That's Babe posting all that information for you guys, so appreciate him. And without further ado, I feel like I'm forgetting to tell you guys something. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for the hearts. Bye, you guys.